back into the game and see, as it happens, live, we have the Pipeline Hive, held by the orange team of VexX, the aliens. And it looks like this spawn that's always being the same exact spawn, docking bay for Marines, is KKG.
I like that you give them a team orange color. I like that.
I actually had like a giant speech that I had prepared for both colors. But it looks like this first engagement is going to be a doozy. We have a 4-man alien push mounting up to assault the 2 people in shipping. With a drifter support potentially on the way, or it's just going to sit there. We're not really sure yet. Uber and Ren versus Sideburns, Flamingo, and back to side. Ooh, but those Marines are empty. I'm not surprised that these aliens aren't pushing in right here. They are out of bullets. They're kind of waiting, biding their time. Bullets flying, nothing happening. The first blood is going to happen somewhere, and it's going to be a doozy when it does happen. We're just waiting.
I think they know that the Marines can't push in easily, and they can't expand past this point. So they're defending while, the Marines are eventually going to push in, and that's when they're going to strike.
Oh, there it comes. Here comes the hit. The first flag being Ren, being overwhelmed by 2 skulks. The other 3 skulks swarming the 1 man. This RT likely won't be able to be saved if they powers us down quick enough.
I think it was a proper call. They knew that they were going to be impatient and push in, and that's exactly what happened.
Yes. And on the east side, we still have 2 Marines being slightly uncontested with their expansion efforts as they drop some RTs. Oh, look at these Marines walking through with their flashlights. Maybe trying to use it as a stun beam. I'm not really sure. But the carapace shell coming on,
oh, regen,
instantly popping it up. Regeneration. A return. Look at this. A vent in the ground utilized by one of the aliens uses him to get the advantage. Wins the fight against a Marine.
I think regen's actually a pretty good choice with how large this map is.
And we probably can't see it very well from your top-down view, but there is actually a lot of nooks and crannies and kind of confusing map geometry to this design. You can't get a good read of like how not flat this map is, at least from our angle here. But it's actually pretty nice to Where's he going? Ren just going down into a mysterious vent. He's coming back up out of a ladder. We're here in shipping. I don't know what's down there, Virsoul, but I wouldn't go down there. We're missing the action. Virsoul, fill me in.
I'm looking for this mysterious ladder. Oh, the one underneath shipping? It's because there's a vent down there. But there's nothing else to be had down there.
Yeah, now you missed the action. The guy just died. Keys just got overwhelmed by 2 skulks. And now they're winning a fight and getting in an extractor. Can't believe it. This vent, you should probably go in first mode, first person, and like look down there. It's probably something.
Yeah, it's just there's a vent entrance. I guess because I asked about this when we were talking about the map earlier, before the cup started, and I guess that platform used to be down, and that's what made more use of that ladder in the vent. But now it's basically just still there for no reason.
And now we have a second hit forming up in gravity, a 3v2 with the aliens not favored here. Flamingo trying to escape, but now he's dead. Sideburns left to fend for himself against Ren, Uber, and Keys. Looks like he's pinned. I'm not sure what's on the ceiling here, but they can't see him. Back to side trying to come in and help out. Sideburns being shot down by many. It looks like Keys is, however, getting picked off, and reinforcements come in from the north, overwhelming the Marines, catching them off guard with empty clips. Getting wiped, but Keys, people are getting stuck a lot over here. Seems to be happening many times. But, in the absence of pressure, the Marines claim a harvester and organ donation.
Oh, almost, no!
Keep shooting, they need to shoot! Don't forget to shoot it!
A little bit of early call on that one. That was
an early call. Where's Garfield?
Oh man, that was really close though. That was super close. I think if they had just focused on the harvester, because I think they turned to the skulks over a little bit there. If they just focused, they would have gotten that.
How does it feel when a call is wrong? Very bad.
So I really like this drifter that you mentioned earlier in the game where they got, where's that at? Gravity?
Gravity.
It's hard to get those in position later on, because you don't know where the Marines are going to be. So they were able to get that in position real quick. It's going to give them a lot of information.
We're missing another important fight over here in Electrical Core. 2 Marines versus 3 Skulks. One getting taken out. Goss Waffle left to fend for himself, getting overwhelmed by back to side.
Excellent play. That regen coming back into play now. Micro's already going to be healed up and ready to push back out.
And in that pressure, we have a push on the oxygenation RT, which is now at 38%, but we have a lurk coming in to swoop. Key's managing to get some critical shots off. That lurk is low. Can he get the kill here, though? No.
And save another.
Survives.
Save another harvester.
So these Marines are really getting contained. Like, they've been stuck basically in the pub and about into electrical core. And definitely getting stuck in shipping. The aliens just keep rushing in and mopping up any kind of aggression here. Keys and Ren trying to save this RT, managing to get 2 kills off really well. Flamingo the only one left, a little bit of a dangerous split, but they're getting the kill, and then Uber making a nice shot before Flamingo got to cover.
Yeah, they've done a little bit of a nice job with this. Oh, they're actually going to lose this ghosted. Oh, they just recycled time and gravity. It was ghosted, and that lurk almost got it. With the regen, it looks like they could be using a little bit more of the advantages of it instead of just staying around and you know, if they win a fight and they get healed back up, they need to do a little bit more juking around with the regen. And that Gorge left oxygenation down at 40%. It's going to die now because it didn't get fully healed.
But if you, I don't want to mean to interrupt you, but they also got a phase gate up in electrical core, which is really going to help them establish some map presence now. If they could just focus down this harvester, they can win this fight, but they get mopped up from the back. Ooh.
Let's see if Barbados actually heals it up all the way, because it was only at 40-45% before they went in.
When Uber trying to take on a solo lurk here, a very dangerous call to make on your own. The med's not coming in, and he gets picked off.
And Vadicide ghosts it when Sidebirds is trying to kill it again.
So I think we're going to see maybe some magic happen here over on electrical. You got a pretty nice and forward phase gate, which lets you hold off that entire southern, well, not really the south, it just allows you to cut off that south entrance from electrical core. Maybe blocking that hive there, but we do have a hive dropped and 48% in waste recycling.
I think at this
so maybe
point in
they're
the
getting
game,
for the share.
I think at this point in the game, you can't just have that phase gate because that doesn't give you enough push off to really hit anything. You got to have a more aggressive phase gate somewhere around, like probably oxygenation or up on the right hand side near Bay to get a hit on the hive. That phase there isn't going to do it.
The comp support being really heavy on trying to keep Gosswaffle alive. A few extra medkits might have helped him, but injured reserve phasing back in. He's by himself, though. It's not going to help because that is now a feed gate. They need medkits or more Marines to go. It looks, however, like they're going to use this opportunity to push maybe into Bay Wing. There's 2 Marines walking into waste recycling. That hive is now at 84%. They've caught it with no Hydras defending it. Barbados being caught with his pants down, dropping the Hydras, but not having them built at all. Those things are not going to build unless they actually manages to heal it all the way up. They're not focusing the Gorge. The things are stuck. An excellent kill right there. Flamingo trying to come in and help out. Ooh, and another great kill by Keys right there.
They don't need to hit these Hydras.
They should just focus this hive, or they need to kill these.
No, the Hydras aren't going to grow with the Crags. They shouldn't be shooting the Hydras.
I don't know why.
This is a mistake.
I meant to say the Craig.
They're wasting all his time on it.
Oh no, and Barbados spawns up. The Gorge, who was dead, is now back for revenge. It's his buddy Vampire. Friend trying as much as he can to dance around, getting medkits to help him out. But these 3 Craigs and Hive, I don't think this fight's going to go well for the Marines.
No, they're going to get cleared out easily here.
And behind all of this, they lost their electrical core phase gate, which they've replaced with a gravity, which is much more efficient for getting forward and out there.
Yeah, I think the Marines just kind of have to gather themselves and start focusing. Need to get some key engagements. Like this one here would be a big engagement if they can clear this.
Ooh, if they can manage to clean it up, injury reserve, just do a little bit of anything. Gosswaffle down to you again. Can he make it out? A few more medkits? Probably not.
I think the large part of this game is they keep losing those key engagements.
They can almost going down, but you need a good play to get this game kind of back in their favor. They do have weapons 1 coming in line and armor 1 finished. Phase gates is up. Need a little bit more money, and a little bit more stuff. They got to get the stuff first. Ooh, that lurk caught in a bad spot. Are they going to get him? Kind of stuck. Oh, but a sneaky skulk comes in and helps out. The lurk getting very greedy. He's going down. Oh no, he's not going down, but he's dying. He's at, where is he going? He's 20%, 21%, but he's got regen, so he's going to heal up.
What would be interesting to see if those Marines had manually closed that door, the lurk like just plowed into it if they would have been able to kill him.
To shut doors, press E, and then they just kind of shut and lock. Ooh! And the lurk getting black barred again! Very famous term that I like to say. Wow, that hurt. Looks like we're finally going to get one RT down, maybe, if they can just focus it right. Ren getting a little bit split forward more than he wants to. Getting picked off by Flamingo. The Lurk swooping in. These two Marines have a chance to try to kill it if they can just focus well and get the support. But no! The meds are coming and they die.
Yeah, KKG's positioning just off there. If the three of them had stuck together, they probably would have been able to take that.
No, their phase gate might turn into a feed gate here. Ooh, but the mine blowing up right in Flamingo's face. Ooh, and a shotgun comes online. If he can make this kill and just kind of get this Lurk's escape pass cut. Looks like not. He's going to be going through shipping.
We're down to we're up to 7 extractors lost so far. And Zephyrum's right, 0 so far for the aliens. Been a couple of close calls, but 0 so far. And then Bay's going to be going up soon. We have 5 harvesters, which is
5
pretty.
harvesters and 2 fades are up now, and both of them are P-res. So
yeah, Vadicide's at 55 right now. It'll be interesting to see if he actually goes fade or if he's saving straight for Onos. I think he's going to be probably saving for Onos if I had to, guess.
But I don't know about this phase gate here. These are 1 shotgun and 1 AR versus 2 fades. If the comm can support it right, maybe he can make it up. But 1 goes down. The shotgun's all that left. Vampire versus Injured Reserve. Some clutch shotgun play, but he's left alone. And there are 3 fades circling around him. I don't think he's going to be able to make
3
it
push, though, coming to... Oh, cut off Vampire. Vampire goes down in the retreat path.
Excellent kill right there by KKG, managing to take out one of those P-res fades. A big blow to the alien game. Now, if they could just group up right here, this is a 3v3 fight. 2 fades, 1 Lurk versus... Is that 3 shotgun Marines? 2 shotguns, and 1... Ooh, Flamingo getting half.
I think they're all shotguns, yeah. Yeah, all 3 of those are shotguns.
Ooh, they might catch this fade over here.
Oh, Lurk and Brave.
Lurk is low. Microwave is on his own. But will he make it through? He makes it through, but now the Lurk is isolated in this one little room. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out. Can he make the fly? He's trying to escape. He's a chicken with no wings. If Uber and them just turn around and look at the Lurk is still stuck. He's going to heal back up, though, behind this pipe.
And all the Marines out of position right now until this phase gate gets up. They might lose this phase gate here, actually, in, where's that? Gravity. Oh, see, they hit it one more time?
Get this fade before he gets out. Try to pinch him around. Ooh, Flamingo taking a massive hit from a shotgun. He's got just enough health to barely escape with his life. Just a small miss. Ooh, but Micro down, soloed by Uber. An excellent kill. They did kill the shotgun by his Vacticide friend, but that is another P-res fade dead.
Vadicide's going to have to stop Kez here to make sure he doesn't get those shotguns reset.
Ooh, Sideburns getting massively hammered by that AR. Just managing to escape with about 28%.
Getting that second chair now over electrical to get some nano support.
Ooh, and it looks like the AA just finished, so these Marines are definitely still in this game. Like with that chair established and now 4 to 5 RTs kind of turning around in there. Yep. They definitely know what they're doing now. They're not falling apart, and they're definitely in this game still.
2-1 going towards Jets with that second chair in place. And then...
Ooh, Flamingo taking a massive hit. Sidebird's trying to escort him out. A successful play.
Vadicide already up to...
save this harvester.
No, not worth it in my opinion, to sacrifice yourself on that. But that is the first one.
You don't want to go in like that. Oh my gosh, Injured Reserve taking big advantages of that overcommitment. Now Flamingo being caught on his own, getting out with just 64%. Really good shot there by Injured, taking out that crafty Lurk.
Oh, we got Vampire coming in for a bio bomb push into main base.
Command station under attack.
He needs to focus.
We're gonna have a beacon here.
He needs to focus something down. He's hitting everything.
He's taken out every single mine on the field. The comm is still in this chair. He's jumping out to deal with it. This IP though, it's at 30%, 25%, 20%. This oh no! It's gonna die. One IP is down.
Second IP is gonna
25%.
Will it go down?
He needs to get a welder.
8%.
Wow. A clutch save by the commander, but he did lose one IP. And his forces just died up in organ donation.
And more importantly, for later, when they decide to rush again, is all the mines are now gone. So the base is exposed even for like a skulk rush at this point.
I think Sideburns has re-lurked.
Yeah, it looks like he's gone for another lurk, and Vaticide is actually 2 res away from going Onos.
Oh no, Ren and them being caught building a phase gate, but the phase gate does go online. If they can manage to get a nano shield off and maybe they can try to save it.
Should get an enzyme here.
Looks like
Drifter sitting next by.
To sack that gate. Probably a good call. I would not want to go through that kind of gate.
Oh, absolutely not.
However, Injured Reserve and Goss Waffle trying to chase off these aliens who are now going into the hive. It looks like a hive push. But, oh, a massive shot taking out Flamingo. I think he was a fade. But it looks like these high life forms are getting kind of wrecked with their HP right here. They need to be extremely careful. We have Injured Reserve and Goss Waffle still over here. This Lurk and Fade are trying to get out. Being caught by Injured Reserve, blasting him away. Micro trying to slip out. Looks like he's going to get away. The Lurk has gone through that crazy ladder vent and managed to get himself out too. The power of regen is being seen that this Lurk right here is managing to, well...
Still gotta watch out for those shotguns though.
Yeah, flak cannons. Tactical breakdown, Virsoul. What can the Marines do to get their game going?
I think the Marines are doing the proper thing right now. They just need to get that extractor back up in gravity and wait for jets. And their biggest opposition right now is, I'm surprised Vaticide hasn't gone Onos already, is that Onos. They're worried about that Onos because they know the aliens have a lot of extractors. And I think that's why they are trying to get, I assume, jets up. Yeah, they've got the proto up, but they haven't started the research yet. So that'll probably be the next thing that they get, and just hope that they can get that before the Onos is in play. Then just focus on upgrades and
just now jumped into his Onos egg. And it looks like he also got the miss for it, so it's not going to be too long of a wait. And I wonder if the Marines have to know, like you said, because they have the proto ready. It looks like they might be saving up. They're at 22 res, just another...
4 seconds left until it starts, yep. Should be started right now.
Ooh, Flamingo just sitting there letting keys plink into his face.
There you go, jets.
Get away with 15%. Now we have that big old buddy of the Onos, got a gorge support with him, Vaticide, marching around the map.
They're just going to break this phase gate, and then the Marines are going to be stuck on the left side of the map then. Oh!
It looks like they're going to go for the shotgun kill. Micro low. If Regen, Ren, if you could just make a solid shot here, you could have killed one, but missed, and it would have been all for naught, because that one was coming in.
I think they could have just sacrificed that Harvester and done a push with the... Oh, they're getting it down anyways, gravity down anyways. Looks like the Fades are going to go up with the Onos, and they're going to just make a feed gate out of this phase gate over on the left side.
Oh no! A stuck Onos! Hopefully Stuck can fix him.
Oh, got out. Yep.
he got out.
Yeah,
now we have another feed gate at the second CC. This is actually really bad because now there is no way to get here.
Just before jets too.
Explodes. Maybe they should, if the Marines can read this, they should instantly relocate. Looks like Keys is seeing it to drop a new chair in gravity so they can get those jetpacks online.
Not sure if that cyst is going to be blocking it. They might have to clear some cysts out before they can even drop the chair. But yeah, they're going to need these jets to deal with the Onos.
Keys right here in Uber taking the right step by killing this one cyst, blocking the CC. But we have something else going on in waste recycling. The Marines used an opening right here to get into the main. They took out the base harvester. It looks like all the Craigs, and maybe even an upgrade, after a beacon to chase off all of these high life forms. We're going to get healed up by this lonely Barbados Gouge.
Yeah, it looks like they actually got 3 upgrades. There's Carapace, Celerity, and Adrenaline all down, along with the Crags and the Harvester.
Play by KKG there, by managing to get those 3 upgrades down.
The only problem is that they have
a second chair.
The only problem is that they have 125 resources banked right now, so all it's going to be easily replaced. I'm actually surprised that I don't see
they need to get that second CC. They need to try to focus one of those chairs up, just so they can start spending some of that. They got a nice amount of res on some of their players. They need to get it up.
They can use some healing stations too on the alien side, out somewhere on the field. Electrical or over in gravity would be great, so that the aliens don't have to fall so far back.
And now we have a 3rd hive placed. So the Onos factory, as I like to call it, is going to be soon in full production. But now another beacon before they can even get to that chair.
And you know what? This is really fine. like, they don't have to take the base right here. The Marines can't push out anywhere. As soon as they push out with any measurable force, the aliens can move in, force the beacon, and they're quite alright with that.
I wonder if they planned that. They don't have a drifter on that route. No, they didn't plan that. No drifter in supply lines or electrical.
They could probably get a feel for the fact that they didn't see anywhere else being attacked. They have drifters in both gravity and trash ejection, so they know that if the Marines aren't there, they're probably pushing the left-hand side.
All they need to do is focus this chair up. Then they can maybe get a jetpack rush going online and try to get back in this, but this Onos is nearby, there's a Fade nearby, he just took out one Marine, and now the Onos is coming in with empty clip Marines. What is he gonna do? He's just gonna have to run, there's nothing else you can do, look out!
The Uber just running into his death right now.
Yeah, I hope Uber realizes that that's not the place you want to go, especially when you're carrying a nifty little shotgun.
Right, yeah, don't push him there.
Number 2 just coming online.
This is about to spiral out of control.
They kind of went for weapon 3 first, though.
I think they should have gone for weapon 3 if they're dealing with the Onos, because they're going to have to catch it and kill it in order to get forward. So they're going to need the damage output to make sure it doesn't escape. The armor's nice, but it's not going to save them at this point.
Especially because the Armor 2 doesn't really give you as much of a benefit at this stage of the game as Armor 3 would. So it's kind of like adding an extra hurdle that you're going to have to like kind of fight through before it becomes effective.
See, they should recognize now that they're out of position again and push here. The power's even down over electrical, so...
Well, you don't need power for a CC. Oh no, but now here comes the beacon. Why are they building the power? They're fixing the power, and that's what they needed. The beacon coming up, the Onos. Will he get caught? No. Instant runaway, and probably a smart GG right there. It's just so hard to get out of that position.
Yeah,
really,
nothing you can do about it.
Back and forth game till this end right here. Onos factory was at 75%, and yeah, this looks like it could be a good series of games. Blink, send us the stats thing.
Command station under
Secretary Blink. Blink? Well, can you get that memo for me with the stats?
The stats.
The round stats, please.
Do they have stats on the server? Yeah, they do.
S2 stats.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm just gonna go get it myself. You better get it before me or you're fired from your temporary secretary position.
I'm watching some
Look at
games.
this. Virsoul, the caster, got it before me. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see here. We actually, oh, you guys kind of had broken stats here. Or unless they're not rendered.
You gotta just refresh it.
I don't know. It looks like, this is a pretty even skill spread. Right aside the comm shooting 22%. Pretty nice. So let's look at these resource graphs.
I think a couple of these stats are broken, yeah.
Let's see, you look at that res graph and it was just neck and neck resources all game long. You don't want that to happen as a Marine. You usually want to be, you know, they say the safe area or the even area is like 1.2 something garbage, blah blah blah. It's a little bit higher, but not much. This is kind of a dead heat. That's something that you usually don't see.
Well, you can see it just got out of control right around the 15-16 minute mark with the resource towers, where the aliens went up to 7, like at the end there. I mean, it's just crazy.
It's out of control.
I think a large part of that game was due to the fact that VexX did a really good job at just setting up their ambushes early on.
And I think, you know, the other thing that really went in VexX's favor was that the KKG team just could not get any harvesters down. And that really hurt them, like, because those Fades just popped so early. It did frag them, but if they just had killed maybe 1 or 2 harvesters when they had those opportunities, it would have been a much different game, I think. caster's drink of choice. You know, people usually know me as an energy drinker, but when I cast water. Maybe milk. I don't know. Maybe milk would be better for like a lot of talking in a row.
So I've heard a lot of these maps are alien-sided from a lot of people. That's sort of the general impression that I got as well, is that a lot of them are very large, but it just deals with the fact that as Marines, you have to constantly check corners and hiding spots, and in known maps like Summit, Tram, Vale, you know where all the hiding spots are, because you've played them, you've run through them, you know where to check. But in these maps, you might not know where to check. There's vents that aren't marked necessarily, there's secret hiding spots that have especially put in to hide behind, lots of boxes and crates, and so it's difficult as a Marine to move forward and feel safe. But here we go.
Here we go! The orange corner, weighing in at 6 men. We have the K2G, also known as KKG, because I'm pretty sure that's some kind of mathematical formula. And in the south, we have the blue man group with 6 men strong, splitting out in a pretty standard fashion of VexX. Look at that intro.
Blue man group.
A blue man group.
I've seen the Blue Man Group, pretty good show.
I've never seen them. I like their music. First blood gonna happen here at Gravity. Look at this. Micro walking in, unexpecting. Goss Waffles being caught, but Jubear coming in on the back, catching back the side with an empty clip. Micro left a fend for himself. 3 skulks swarming him and tearing him all to pieces.
I think even coming out even there was pretty good for Vex. I mean, 5 skulks versus 2 Marines, and still got 2 skulks dead.
We have a crafty hide coming up. Look at this. Shade Hive. So, now we're going to have a game of interesting delight. Can the Marines scout that this is a Shade Hive? It's very important. When actually, first I'll break this down for him, because you're good at this.
Well, the Shade Hive is a risky opening hive. You gotta determine if you think that you can get more advantage from the Shade than you would otherwise with, say, Carapace or a lot of teams like other teams like Celerity on, you know, the lower brackets. So you gotta determine if that's gonna give you a big advantage or not.
Whoa! Silence Veil. Now that's something kind of special.
That's even more disorienting. Oh, got a big fight here in Gravity.
Ooh, and a good mop-up by KKG right there.
There's actually some really good meds by Barbados, keeping them alive a little bit longer, hoping they can take that fight. And Flamingo managed to take the Harvester and bait right outside the main hive and waste.
Ooh, and now that Silence is online, the Marines should notice it right there by fighting Flamingo, that there was no sound coming out of that skull. So, hopefully they kind of notice that this is a Shade Hive, and there is a certain way that you have to fight these Shade Hives. And if you don't do it right, it actually can really hamper your entire Marine game. Like, if you look at Jubear right there, manages to sneak up on him kind of out of nowhere. Ooh, what was that?
That's from the other side there with Vampire and Sideburns.
Whoa.
Yeah, but going back to before where I told you how disorienting it is for Marines not knowing the map and having to check corners, it's there's even a higher risk involved now with Silence to check everywhere. It's not just checking corners, you gotta constantly check behind you now too to see if anyone's coming up on you.
Ooh, but this 4-man Marine, this 2-man Marine pressure right here is probably going to cause some trouble for the aliens. They just, oh, but look at that, slipping right in, almost undetected completely. Will he get this kill off? It'll be really helpful if you can just get that one bite, but no. This 2-man group is not going to give up just yet. We have Rotaside, the Gorge, coming in to chip away these Marines just to scare them up. The 2 from the flank, Silence being shown off how good it is, just letting them slip in there, full speed, full force, and flank those Marines.
It just shows you the power of Silence there. If they didn't have Silence, those Marines would have known they were coming, or would have had a really good idea that there was some movement coming their way. But the Silence, you know, just letting the Skulks move at full speed, huge advantage over cloaking.
Yeah, that speed is actually what makes, you know, Camo is great for, like, kind of setting up unconventional hits. Silence lets you just speed into any fight that you want at any time that you want. Kind of like hiding in plain sight and moving at maximum speed. Like Flamingo just being caught off guard right there. Another great example of how Silence is dangerous. Ooh, and look at this Jubear coming in right after KKG Injured died, and just coming in to finish up. You would be surprised at all levels of gameplay how much we players depend on sound. And when you take that out of the game, it really has to change up how you play.
Right, just the audio cues from being able to hear something is, you know, gives away a hiding spot just from one miss movement of a Skulk.
Like, even the bites, like, when he bites you, all it does is, it just takes your health. You actually don't scream. You don't, for some reason, you don't scream. But it just takes your health away, and then you're one bite down until you're, probably gonna die. Sideburns here being caught by a massive group of skulks, but could he do a hero? No medkits came in, and he just kinda got caught.
Alright, now the Marines here have really got to start locking something down. They got phase tech. If they can lock down the hive over in pipe, then I think that they can just pin the aliens in one hive. That really should be their goals, to try and get a phase over to pipe and just lock down the aliens.
Yeah, it's that big weakness of your Shade Hive, is that you need to get another hive at some point in the game, because you just don't want to be stuck to those weaker upgrades later on. Especially for your high life forms when they're ready to come up. Ooh, and a great team fight coming on here. The Marines kind of trading life forms back and forth, but they run out of bullets, letting them not finish that fight in their favor.
It looks like the Marines are setting up to possibly get a phase over in, where is this, electrical? But I think ideally they need to move in and capture pipeline.
Yeah, that's kind of like what you said. You have to block that second hive while they're still stuck to the one with Shade. And I kind of think we've gone over this before in some of our talks, like how do you make a Shade Hive pay itself off? You do massive early game damage, which is kind of what we're seeing here right now. Sidebird's trying to slip in and take a RT down. I don't know if that Drifter spotted him or not, but looks like the aliens are going to be responding to him soon.
And Sideburns is not going to know what's going on over here on the
station.
station.
In from the back. Look out, Sideburns! Look out!
Had no idea.
Knew what bit him. Get it? Dead before he knew what bit him.
Hive now dropped.
Now dropped, and we have a Silence Lurker on the field. Probably one of the more interesting forms of life. Silent spikes are really scary. Look at Injured Reserve hiding in plain sight, and he could probably move. I don't even know where that is.
It's right underneath that. Right underneath. Went underneath the ladder.
You know, we don't know what's really down there because we can't see.
There's a skulk down there.
There's a monster in the pit. Gauss Rifle kind of like fighting in a place where you shouldn't, especially if you're alert with silence. It's just dangerous to be out in the open like that.
He's gonna get caught.
Go crazy with his movement. He is in bad shape. His movement is really erratic, but he's gonna get shot. Is he gonna get finished? No. He gets away with 9%.
That was dangerous.
That's dangerous. That's just dangerous.
And you're right, didn't get a whole lot accomplished there. That positioning was unnecessary for him to be there.
You know, there's this thing called the lurky dance, you know, you just kind of tilt to the left and you look up and down and you look left and right. And he just did like a 360, that was weird, but it's just, you don't want to do that in the middle of a room, only when you're trying to fall back, not when you're trying to like fly to the corner.
So Jubear over here in electrical, interestingly enough, he has silence, but he walked up.
For bites. Back to side, are you going to try to kill him or are you just going to, ooh, the gate gets online? We have a potential feed gate coming up, but can they get the kill here? If two more can phase through, they might be able to make it. Barbados, ooh, 3 Marines trying to come through. Squeezing out, Gross Rifle down to 45%. The 2 Skulks are at half health. Sidebird's coming in, more phasers coming in. Vampire coming in from the south with a little bit of reinforcements, chasing the life forms away. A good recovery from a potential feed gate.
That was close there. I'm actually kind of surprised that the aliens haven't gone ahead and taken organ donation.
Organ donation.
Organ donation.
For real. For real.
Yeah, it's where...
you know, it's donated, so it's not so bad, really.
You get that little stamp on your driver's license. That's where you go get it.
No, I would never put that on my license. No, these are mine, and when I'm dead, I want them. Back to the fight in Gravity, which looks like it's the center of action. The Silence Lurk flying in again, managing to get a crafty bite off right there. The Skulks coming in to help. Flamingo left alone. Few medkits missed under his feet, dropping onto the floor. Mines not doing much damage. But one phaser right here can shoot out and kill these 2 Skulks if they just manage to slip through. 1. 2. Nice job, Sideburns. A double kill. 1 with a mine and 1 with a rifle. However, this Drifter right here, almost spotted by Vampire. It looks like he's trying to walk to scout it. Oh, there you go.
Saw it on his map. There he goes. I think he was specifically walking around to get the Drifter.
So if you look at this game, how it's kind of going right now, you see that the aliens look like they... Well, wait, they got the hive done, so I guess it's kind of different. It's going to change now. But the whole problem with science is you were stuck with these kind of weaker, inferior life forms without carapace. But now that they got the hive up, probably isn't going to be so bad. We're going to have a power fight forming up here in Electrical Core. 5 versus, I don't even know, there's 3 versus 3 right now. The Lurk is kind of left alone. The Skulk is almost dead. Just one bullet will finish him. Back to side and Sidebird's coming in, helping out. Injured Reserve trying to get a pick and get that Lurk out of there. Not sure if it was what he accomplished, but that's what it let happen.
And 3 of those Marines got super low. You can see kind of like the power of silence coming into play here because of the fact that Marines haven't even started upgrades. We're almost 10 minutes in and nothing started.
And if you look at that, Carapace is now... What's up, Garfu?
I know you guys are in the middle of casting, but this is important. Do you guys want to scrim DN soon?
No.
Are you almost done?
No.
Really?
So, Garfu, we are casting.
Okay.
It's business. Back to the action. Thanks for the update, Garfu. Thanks for the offer. And now, where were we, Virsoul? Give me an update.
Update was we had 2 pushing into Bay, but they got cleaned up there. Now the Marines are kind of just stuck back, teching up, but it's kind of slow. It's too late to be doing this, really. And I mean, the aliens have 4 going on 5 extractors, or harvesters rather, and they're going to be able to keep pressuring. We got 1 back in bar. That's going to be low. They're going to come back and clean it up later, and shipping's down again. And they just can't get their foothold back in this game.
Yeah, whenever, like, I think the biggest thing to remember about a Shade Hive is once that second hive comes up, especially if it's a Carapace hive, you've got a seriously powerful alien team on your hands. It's kind of a new metagame shift in the Euro scene is that Silence is your second hive, and it's mostly because of that Silence... Oh wait, Shade is your second hive, with the Silence being the first upgrade of it. Because now you're just able to slip in and out with no sound whatsoever and get that first crucial bite or attack. Now that Kara's online, you got a mean alien machine that these Marines are going to have to fight their way out of.
And I think VexX's only option here is just to tech up. It's going to take a long time, but you're looking at like a 15-minute plan from here to even have any chance of winning. Because you're not going to be able to push any hives at this point. Unless you get like a sneaky phase gate over somewhere like Coolant near waste recycling, there's not really any chance to hit anything. You're not upgraded enough against Carapace life forms. As we're gonna see right here in Gravity, there's just nothing they can do.
So sit back, tech up, maybe get a chair, maybe with a gun on it, just relax until you can get some stopping power. Vampire getting mopped up by 2 fades, painfully killed and ripped apart.
They need to be pushing in groups of at least 2 to 3 together. You can't be solo.
I think you were right about just waiting. Like, they only have weapon 0 right now. If they can just wait a few more seconds, they can actually start doing some acceptable damage to these fades. Ooh, but Ren getting a little bit greedy, going to 40% health. Shadow stepping just to the left and right of where he wanted to go. Ooh, Jupiter thinking he can get greedy there. Almost paid the price of a little bit of HP.
Yeah, if they can reestablish here in Gravity, looks like Crag's down. It's a healing station set up here. Get that clear. Actually, they're losing their phase gate now to 1 fade. He's just waiting for them to come through. It's a really bizarre play by Kez. They're not attacking as soon as someone came through. He just ran away.
Oh, and another problem is they have a 4-man group inside of Gravity, but if the aliens just don't engage it and just take out the electrical core gate, that man's going to be all by himself if they decide to push it. But it looks like they're going in anyway. Ren doing a dive. Gosswaffle doing silent spikes at these Marines here, who are now in kind of a bit of a painful situation. Ren looking like he wants to dive again. I'm not sure if that's a smart move, especially with 4 Marines. He might get pinched here if he gets surrounded, but he gets out, just taking a little bit of chip.
And they are going to lose electrical for just a couple of Crags. I mean, that really wasn't a good trade.
And now I bet they are going to go for an Onos factory. Look at this, 101 res, 5 RTs, only 1 lost, and the Marines are stuck on 2 with 8 harvesters lost, RTs.
Right, now...
Again, going for another phase gate. Oh, you just shouldn't spend on phase gates at this point. But Jubert almost going down. Kez, Ren, 3 fade fight going on here. These shotguns are unloading on these fades. but it looks like everybody's gonna probably get away.
And we're on one extractor right now. One extractor with the forward phase gate. That's all we've really got going on here for the Marines. They should cancel that weapons 2, get up shipping, get up, gravity, get the res going, and then start weapons 2 again, because you're going to be a while. Oh, even wasting a scan. I'm not sure where that scan was, but that in shipping. But you can't be doing that on one extractor, because you're setting yourself back 18 seconds.
1 minute for an extra harvester. I don't think you can get out of this. You have the Ono's factory. Look at this. Dark Ono's factory in electrical core. It's ready. It's coming online. They got orders piling up. Barbados knows it, and he's calling the GG. So, Virsoul, you better get in your chair, and you better make sure you wiggle a little bit, and make sure you're at your maximum comfort level, because this is about to be a game.
Gotta make sure I wiggle a little bit.
Wiggle a little bit and get comfortable, because we're gonna be here for the long haul. We might have one of those alien games.
Guess Turtle's next.
Turtle. Turtle is a spaceship.
Yeah, at least
It's in space. It's a cargo ship.
A minimum of 2 more games, so.
Well, Wasabi gave me some feedback that I am being repeated once on your stream. I don't know if you're using headphones or not. Maybe you can, as an echo. I don't know.
I am using headphones, yes.
Who knows? It's probably not a big deal. Oh, if you look at your stream chat, look at this. Roic and Athenix, Dear Garfu, burn. And then another man, Dear Garfu, no. So, I'm gonna do a real quick movie thing here. Blink, you're coming with me because, you're the secretary. There we go. We're in the proper channel in Mumble. You never want to do your business outside of the office. Kind of like something like that. You do the business out of the office, and bad stuff just happens. Hey, Blink. 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 Hey, Blink.
He's gone.
Blink. He's gone? He can't be gone. Why would he be gone? Oh, I need a secretary. We need to announce this so people can know that we're casting. More people know. I want more people to know. I feel I'm having a lot of fun, but I want to share my fun. So hey, if you're in the stream, I know it's a lot to ask of you, but share the joy. Just share the joy.
Share the joy.
Share the joy and bring your friends here. I want more feedback on my casting ability because I've been learning from the best. I've been hanging out in Wasabi's chat. You saw me in there in the NS2 primaries, casting it up. Maybe being a little bit quieter than you hear me here, but hey. I got my legs to stretch. I got my sun to shine. This is Bitey's house with Virsoul as the much better statistical analysis and me in a more proper form of a play-by-play action commentator co-caster.
So we're doing Turtle now. Turtle's an old custom map from beta that was popular for the gather scene for a while, if I remember correctly. So this map's
I know about Turtle is we played it yesterday.
Yeah, this map's been around. It's got some solid mechanics in it, but we'll see how it plays out here. Do you remember how our Alien game felt on this? Did it feel like another Alien super favored map, or?
Yeah, we won our Marine game, didn't we?
Yeah, we only lost one game.
Yes, that was the all-in game. But it's a mixed bag. Like, you look at the generator angle here, like this room on the Marine side, it's Marine favored for sure. You remember how open these rooms are? I mean, look at this tech point and backup. Like, flat, open, clear of all kinds of stuff. You can scribble all over and just kind of show up how clear that is. That room, if you go into first-person mode, is flat. Or free camera mode, I should say. It's flat, there's no cover, and you can see for miles. And that's kind of a general theme of the two naturals of the Marine, and a little bit like that in Hub. But as you kind of go into the upper part of the map, it starts turning into a more alien-favored zone. So I think it's favored for each side in different ways.
Yeah, the east side of Cargo is kind of like a scary place to fight as a Marine with all the boxes there. You can get up on top of the boxes if you do some jump work, but there's lots of hiding potential. You know, you can ambush Marines in these tight corridors.
You mean to make an announcement?
Yes! Our new secretary, Locklear! Welcome! This is Locklear. Blink has been replaced.
Ouch.
Get out of here, Blink. You can go back down there.
Command station under
Whoa.
Now, we are going to go live, and let's take it away in 2, 1. Now, these spawns are static, but in the orange top north of the map, we have VexX fighting it up against the Marines in the south in quarters. KKG with a pretty basic split, looking like a 3-2 comm build. And the aliens mass splitting all over this map, looking like they're gonna take the first fight in hub, the first blood. Gonna be intense. Is it gonna be micro? Is it gonna be a Marine? Is it Juber? No, it's gonna be 2 aliens at once in an almost 1-second split. Sideburns the only one left. He has to get away if he wants to keep some presence on the field. He manages to just slip out into the bilge.
And that hit really poorly coordinated by Vex. They sort of just ran into that one. Unlike what they did last game where they set up their hits. That was, you know, poorly executed.
Vacticide in that. Look at this hallway that Vacticide's in. I think there's a vent up there that he's in, but if he drops in here, this room is dead flat, and I think he has to take this engagement seriously. Well, carefully, I should say. It's like
Take
I don't even
everything
know where
seriously.
he is.
Oh, we got 2 Marines already in the hive.
Ooh, and they are trying to egg lock. We have the other 2. Ooh, Vacticide getting picked when he maybe shouldn't have. Keg had 1 bite to go. Micro and Vampire thinking like they want to hit, but we also have that push and cargo getting mopped up.
I'm just showing how awful it is to fight in there as a Marine with those boxes. You can't get any cover or any line of sight from the aliens.
And a nice win by the 2 Vampire Micro here in backup, managing to just claim this RT before the power unit came up.
Yeah, this RT. Don't know where you are unless you open the map.
Backup. Ooh, and the aliens being caught in probably the worst room ever to fight, which is down in backup. That flat zone, just a death trap. Vacticide, I don't think you should do that. We're gonna go somewhere else though, because we're gonna go to bridge. What are they doing in bridge? Building RTs? No, there's no RT here. It's just a CC.
Yeah, I don't know why they're getting the power on there.
But it looks like we're gonna have a fight building up here. Injured Reserve and Gosswaffle together, ready to take on Sideburns. We have a Crate Hive also, by the way, so nothing too crafty.
It's the pass.
Not now. Oh, you made me forget. I don't even know. Virsoul, fill me in.
Hold on, I'm gonna type it to you.
Oh no, you can just keep casting. I gotta go get him the password.
I already gave it to him.
Oh, there it is. Okay, fill me in anyway, Virsoul. What happened? I missed it.
So, looks like over in services, we're getting the Marines to push down here to clear out. And they push away one, and the other one is really low. And they went regen again on Vex. So, taking full advantage of that. Micro's healing up, going to be able to push back in. And the Marines are split. At the same time, we got to push over on the left side. A phase tech is done, but we can't afford the phase gates yet. So, it might be weird if they push in here. It'd be better just to hold engine, get a phase gate set up, and then do a push. Because they get wiped out here.
The fight that they look like they're setting up for is not the most ideal location, but can they make it work? That's a big question here. He's managing, or Ren managing to get some powerful frags. The Marines are in the better position right here. If they just have full clips of bullets, they can manage to kill Sideburns, but the meds are not flowing fast enough. Are they going to get it? The hatchet! Nope.
That's exactly what I was talking about, is if they just sat back and waited for that phase gate, they'd be in a much better position. Now they're going to lose at least one extractor, probably more. They have to run all the way over there from quarters.
What I'm curious about is what are these 2 Marines doing in the hub zone? They just got spotted by that drifter, but they weren't known of before. When a phase gate in hub, I don't know if that's far enough away to justify it, but We're gonna see what can happen here. Gauss Rifle, Injury Reserve, both at the 2 bite mark. 3 Skulks setting up for it, but Jubear coming in from the south, giving some needed support. Jubear left alone by himself. 3 Skulks cleaned up.
And a solid clear.
And
3 for 0.
they managed to get that recycle off before anything really happened to it. These 2 Marines are just walking by as this RT gets munched down. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a pit. Okay. Oh, and a powerful play coming in here. If he could just manage to kill Vacticide. 1 bullet to the face. Ooh, a rifle butt. Home run.
They clean them up, but they still lost that phase gate and the extractor. And they lost the extractor over on the left-hand side, too. So they've kind of been, put on the back foot here with the last few engagements.
I think, I didn't really notice this, but this map is kind of bone dry for having like a lot of RTs. It looks like there's about 8. Or it looks like they're just so, I don't know. There's just, looks like there should be one in bridge and there's not. That's
I think there's 9, if I count right.
Ooh, well, that's pretty standard. I was wrong. And look at Ren here, trying to chase these guys off. He needs to get down there and try to save this RT. It's only a 1 bite, but he doesn't get it. Will he get the revenge for killing these Marines? No. Flamingo's up there, full health. They know he is.
Something to keep in mind is the Ops was attacked earlier in base. Is at 39%. It's still low. Welders are started, but no one has taken the initiative to get that healed up. Oh, what is Sideburns? Oh, Sideburns choosing a very scary place to go lurk over in bridge. It almost gets caught. I think Micro buying him a little bit of time there.
Ooh, but this is a much better area to take the fight if they just can manage to not shoot him. Maybe Sideburns be right, but he's getting greedy with that lurk. If there's good meds, there won't be because it looks like this thing's going to be in the way for meds to get through.
Still surprised not to see a second hive already dropped here. They got the resources for it.
Res up on the field. Oh, there's no comment on their team right now. That's why they haven't spent any of it.
Looks like Barbados is heading back to drop it now.
Sideburns kind of swooping into a dangerous zone. 2 Marines looking at him. He'll get out, come in with some friends, namely Vampire. Trying to get this phase gate established. It would really help them if they can get it online. They just need to be careful because this lurk is going to take every opportunity he can to get that chip. He's got the flank up. The meds need to come. More meds. Finish your gate. Watch the skull. Don't let him in. Shoot the guy. Watch the lurk. Get the gate. I don't know what's going on in the rest of the map, but if we just get this phase gate, I can go somewhere else. It's on. All right. Here we go. Virsoul, fill me in on what happened in the rest of the map.
I'm resting up. I was trying to catch up on the stream. Looks like, yeah, because there's an echoing problem. I'm not really sure why you're echoing, so I'll have to fix it later because I can't really work on it during this map.
Well, as a few people might have said something, we're just going to have to keep going with the technical issues. Because we have this lurk flying in, trying to solo injured reserve.
And the Hive
managing to do it because his friends came in.
Hive finally claimed in loading, but that was such a delayed Hive. That could have been dropped about 2 minutes ago. It'd be nearly completed at this point. It would have been completed if there was a Gorge healing it.
Yeah, they did drop a lot of res for it. That's a 70 res investment right there with the Hive, 3 Craigs, and whatever else they might have done to it. But I agree, it's a little bit late, but I think we'll be alright. As long as the Marines don't gear up to kill it. So I think that this game is kind of at an even footing. The Marines might be a little bit behind in their tech. They have 1 up coming up right now. The OBS, as you said before, is still at 39%. I think that's because the aliens don't know that it's still low. Probably chucked it up to being fixed by now.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big issue if they ever decide to do a base rush, because that's going to be the primary target, and it's going to go down fast.
Oh! We missed the lurk almost going down. That could have been fun to see on camera in loading bay. Or loading. Not sure who made the shot, but they almost got it.
We got a fight over a bridge, but there's not really much going in bridge. It's going to be harder to push into services now that Barbados has Hydras up there.
Oh! And 2 mines like blowing up in the face of Vacticide right there. And now Keys is going to come up and show him what happens when you get chipped.
Right, and Vadicide actually should have stopped attacking there to get his regen going, because if you're still attacking, your regen won't kick in.
Watch for mines, folks. Whenever you have alien vision up, you can actually see them on the floor. So never steamroll into a RT without first being sure there's nothing there to blow up in your face. Ooh, a dangerous place to take a fight, but now they're in a kind of better corridor to fight. If Gauss Waffles can just kind of get closer to his friend. Injured Reserve pulling out some great shooting to save his teammate. Vampire needing to know that he should fall out. Injured Reserve still ready to lay down that fire. But the Hydra...
The Hydra shoot him.
With that little chip. That's really interesting to see that. Meanwhile, on the other side of the planet, an engine. Not really much going on. I think there's some chip on alert. But other than that, we're going to have Jubear and Tech. Maybe he's going to kill a Harvester? It doesn't look like he's noticed. Oh, he's going to go for a ninja phase gate. Watch this. He's got the power up. He's going to go right there in this clean little... Look at that. He gave the order. He's going to do it. Is he going to do it? I don't know.
I think it might be deceptive. He might not actually be able to build there.
Yep. Keys versus Flamingo. Shotguns started. Oh, yeah, started.
This phase gate is kind of important because if they can get this phase gate, then they can start pressuring a hive.
That is actually a really good place to have a phase gate too, because you have Bilge here, which looks like it's only you can only get there from hub, and the only other path in is from cargo. If they can put some mines down, maybe an armory, this is going to be a great push-off point to hit that hive. Jubear making a nice kill defending that phase gate.
They should be capping Bilge right now with having that phase gate there.
Oh, I learned this yesterday. While I have a small moment of action, we'll put Jubear. Okay, the action stopped. The bilge, as Wasabi said from Wikipedia, is actually called the lowest part of a ship. Even though this is a spaceship, it's like below the waterline or something.
Below the waterline.
Like some kind of statistical fact. You know, I always wondered what bilge meant because it's like you don't see this word very much. It's the lowest part beneath the waterline.
On the spaceship.
You know. Well, this is a spaceship. I suppose I should focus on the game now because we have some powerful hits going on in the loading engine area. The phase gate now under attack by 2 skulks.
And as you can see, this area here in loading is a perfect overlook here to shoot directly at the hive from the phase gate. So they can just move around the corner.
Look at that! Look at this! This is a robo, and we're gonna see an arc. I wonder if it can drive through this little thingy doodle right there, and then just plant itself. That's like an arc sentry, just blasting into. It's probably gonna shoot down. You never really see an arc shoot down.
Depending on where they position it, though, there's a little window over to the left there where you might be able to get Bile Bomb up in there. So if they put the arc behind the wall, it might be able to be Bile Bomb.
Call that room color code.
Color code.
Color code.
Yeah, but there's a little window there over the terminal where you might be able to sneak a Bile Bomb up in there.
You know, if you go into the first-person area, this hallway looks like it's built for arcs. You know, they have. Look at how they got this thing set up. It's just like it's gonna spit the arc out. It's gonna roll down the steps, and it's just gonna start happily doing a job.
It did manage to sneak a portion of it underneath the stairs.
It's obviously where the arc facility belongs. I can't tell the percentage on it, but it looks like it might be almost done. With the arc facility part of it.
It is already done. It's building them now.
What?
First arc's out.
It spits out its one little arc.
Let's see how long
they can shoot the Craigs from here.
They should be able to hit the Craigs, but I don't think they're going to be able to hit the hive. It'll be close. Should do a test hit just to see.
It'll be close. Here's a test run. Arc factory.
Let's see what it hits.
Number 1. Shooting down with its microwave cannon, blasting
the hive. Oh wow!
Long distance.
But look at
there's no Marines. They're gonna come in. They'll probably be able to chase him out. Look at this. This is gonna be such an easy to defend spot if they just take this fight. Right, the arc is in pain. It's in pain. It's dead. Oh no!
Oh, this is bad. They don't have more Marines here right now.
They need to phase through now. They need to chase this gorge away. Just kill the gorge. Ooh, micro in a dangerous, dangerous zone. You don't want to be stuck in there with shotguns. Oh, be careful. You don't want to die here. You don't want to die. Gorgie barely getting out with his life. Almost no HP. Flamingo in pain. Going to the hive for some health. Ren getting a little bit too overextended. He might get picked before he gets away.
I think this is going to be this is going to be a bad position here now for the aliens because you can't push up in there as Fade. Like
there you see what happens when you push up there. Ren jumping down, probably not wanting to do that while you have an arc facility online. Just stay. Just wait. The gorge, not being smart, going upstairs to death. Flamingo coming in on the flank, trying to help out his Skulk friend, taking a massive amount of chip. One blast and he'll die, and he dies to a shotgun. Oh no, the humanity of the Fade.
Now we're in a rough position. We got the arc back up. We're going to be producing another one here. And I think this hive is going to be not long for this world here.
Not long for this world. When that second arc comes out, these Craigs are gonna die, this hive's gonna die. There's no high life forms online. They all died in these fights. So, a great play by KKG so far. Like, this arc placement is almost perfect. It's just hammering this hive. There is nothing that these aliens can do to get to it right now.
Yeah, the aliens need to be taking bridge right now, I feel like. They have the resources.
Skull called in an egg right there in tech. Your color code.
I feel like they need to be pushing in, assisting up, and taking bridge. They're going to lose loading. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, if you look over in the bridge side, Ren is actually making sure that they cannot drop a hive over here. Right now, it's being completely prevented by his actions alone. Currently soloing up against. Look at that. Even the comm knows that his positioning there is really important. And he probably, you know, at this point, you look at all these arcs, you look at what the Marines have, and you look at the aliens. One can go Fade. One's, he's about, let's see, we got, how many hours? He's about 4 minutes away from getting an Onos. So
right.
If the aliens can hold out long enough, they're going to lose that harvester though in loading.
But at the same,
they're going to have a long way to go.
On the same token, even if the Onos comes out, it's going to come out too late. We already got 2-2 done. We're going to have probably 3-3 by the time that Onos gets here, and or jetpacks. Along with the pressure on the hive here, because they're going to move these arcs out. They're going to push now. They want to take this.
Yeah, it's just, you know, they don't have Biobomb, they don't have any kind of secondary ability. All you've got is Vampire, who can go Fade, and maybe Vacticide. And, you know, with only 2 harvesters, that's 5, no, that's going to be about 7 minutes before the Onos can come out, and I don't think they're going to hold out that long at all. Unless they start doing some heavy base pushes here, there's not really much else that the aliens can really do except try to win a fight or two and claim a hive.
I think if they did a big push onto Marine Start, if they could catch him off guard, that could win it for them. But that's all they've really got going for them. It's going to be hard to push this out right now.
On top of that, they're also out of eggs. There are no more eggs that they're going to have such slow spawn times coming up. 3 are already dead, pushed in.
GG called.
Knowing that this is probably the end, and he plays up a GG. Great play by KKG right there.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and mess around with my settings here.
Alright.
I was watching the stream shortly. I didn't get any echoes, so I'm not sure where it's coming from.
Yeah, those arcs, great placement. I'm surprised that stuff reached. The color
that
code
spot didn't look like it was going to reach.
Nice. For more water. Aqua water.
I just checked.
When you cast a lot, you don't drink milk.
I just checked the stream, and you're not echoing at all when I play. So I don't know what they're talking about.
Are you watching the stream and talking? I can hear you in the background. Halagi told me at 9:08. It's probably when I get really loud or something. Somehow it bleeds through, and then it comes through.
I don't know, because I have headphones on, so there's no way that it's reaching.
Well, I'm not going to do, like, get really loud. I guess just the moments when it does happen. Someday we'll test it and I'll just scream into the mic. You know, we'll test it like that.
Thing is, though, I've had that same issue before, even when I've had in-ear headphones. I'm like, how is it bleeding through? But somehow it manages to sometimes, I'm not sure. It's really weird, but I've noticed it before. It usually doesn't happen often. It's just kind of like a few occurrences where the echo kicks in.
Well, we'll solve those problems when we get to them. But I think a really important thing that's happened in this game is that KKG took the Marine game, which really kind of changes the pace. Because, you know, usually in these custom maps, you expect that aliens have the favored advantage because these maps are unknown. But when you're able to take it away as a Marine team on a custom map where you really don't know what's going to work and what's not, That's a great victory for you because basically as you're on the alien side, you can kind of take it easy, take a break. You just passed the big hurdle, so now you need to try to remember aliens are easy, but don't get too cocky. You can always lose it if you throw it away. And I'm curious to see if they're going to go for a Shade Hive again. You know, those are great first openings, but will VexX try to do something against it? We'll have to wait and see, but this is probably the best final we've had so far. It might even rival Arc versus whatever Wasabi casted. I forgot. I don't know what it was. You know, Wasabi, I know you're watching this, probably duplex. Best of 9. This is not a best of 9. Because we're Americans and we have, you know, we're not diehards. This is best of 5. We decided to change the rules up a little bit because some people wanted to sleep. And I think both teams agreed on it.
Which round is this?
That's the wrong one. That's the previous round.
Is this the final round?
No. If the Marine team can manage to steal a game, it'll be 2-2.
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
So it's a 1-2 split right now. The favor goes towards KKG, who have been actually a pretty solid team so far. They are showing the potential to become something great. Knowing that, you know, the silence opening that they had was well executed in the previous game. Time for more water! Virsoul, tactical overview. What would you do?
I think KKG did a really good job. I think Vex is going to try and abuse that same spot, if I were them. And I would be on the watch out for that as alien. Maybe even sit up, get a drifter in there to make sure that doesn't happen. Because that's a really hard spot to break. Because you have to get in there with your life forms. And it's so tight that you can't do anything about it. I think maybe if this map gets chosen to move on, that's something that has to be addressed, is that spot. Because it's so difficult to do anything against that as alien. But I mean, we might see another Shade play here. KKG, it's been really popular this tournament, do Shade. So we'll see if they take advantage of it again. If they see if they risk doing Shade as their first hive.
I do love Shade play. Nothing's better than just going to the casino and gambling, you know? You put all your money on the line, you put all the eggs in one basket, and you know what? This isn't your normal basket. It's made of steel, and it's built with pillow cushions, so even if you drop that basket, it might not break. All the eggs might come out okay. And once you get that second hive, Virsoul, you know what they become? Those eggs, you know what they become? Why don't you take a guess?
Sunshine.
No, they become hard-boiled. Ha! Because there's a second hive, and it's Craig Hive. Hopefully, you don't want shift in the shade. That's bad.
Yeah, shift and shade is really not where you want to be at.
So if we can say that the eggs in the shade hive are like, you know, cushioned and stuff, and then they become hard-boiled when you drop the Craig hive. It, you know, when you drop the shift hive in the shade hive, you're like putting the eggs in a Corvette, and you're going off a cliff. You might have wings on your basket, but you know what? It's all in the air from that point on. You don't got no HP. You're not safe. You just phase.
That was a proper metaphor, I think.
Excellent. Because I worked on it for about 15 seconds. Actually, no, I didn't. It came up.
Alright, and we are live now, so.
We're live. Orange team. Orange Meduskis. I don't even know. They're now the KKG team splitting up all over the place, and now in the blue team we got the South, and that's VX. Okay, gotta go to the fights because we're gonna have a first blood happen here in Hub. What's gonna happen? 3 Marines versus probably 4 Skulks. The shooting coming in, being powerful and shot. Can those fights land? 4v4 going on right here. 2 Marines go down, 2 aliens go down. And the aliens come out on top, claiming more than just 1 blood. They claim 4 bloods, while they only lose 1. Actually, only 1 alien.
1 for 3, right? And I mean, it was the same engagement basically as last time for the sides, but KKG actually took their time and set that up instead of rushing in, and that was really to their advantage. And you saw how much that paid off.
I'm kind of surprised that they went into Hub, which is like probably the least favorable RT that you want at the start. Like, backup is such an open room that you can fight in. Now you got all these corners, nooks, and crannies. Micro trying to see 2 Skulks coming at him, getting backup from Vampire, who's covering his flank. But the two coming in now, this is where the pinch is going to happen. Sideburns getting a flank, but he lost line of sight. Can he get in and help save Micro from this onslaught of spikes? No, he cannot. Now he's versus alone versus 3, and he gets killed.
Oh, cleaned up again. And you can't have back-to-back engagements like that. They're going to have to pull something out and really start winning these engagements. Because these engagements really set the tempo for the whole game.
Now they're going for that hub power. That would be a great play to really slow down and lower the morale, honestly, of the Marine team. Whenever you kill power in a room, especially if it's one of your naturals, it hurts. It's painful, and it's scary to go into that room, and you never want to deal with it again. So they just leave it. But what they really need is RTs right now. They don't have any money. They got 2 up, can't med very well.
They've got mines, but no one's bought mines. They're not being dropped anywhere. I think of mines, even in a couple of places here, you know, over in Hub, because they know it's going to get rushed over and over again, help them with the engagement and push out. But they need them in base. They need them on the field in common spots, you know, where they think that they would be hiding, because they need to be pushing out. They can't be sitting out back and defending this whole time.
Again, I think they're also just being caught split up too much. These skulks are what you would call wolf packing, which is really grouping up and being heavy on the group plays. So one Marine is just not going to cut it, and sometimes even 2 won't be able to cut it, depending on your positioning. These aliens are showing a pretty good sense of great coordination so far. Sideburns and ooh, and they just get swamped by 4 skulks. How sad. Very painful. Finally going over to the backup side, which is a great room to fight in as Marine. Should have claimed that a long time ago, honestly.
Shh, I'm sneaking in.
Yeah, I think that would have been better if they'd gone that way, and maybe just 1 to Hub, just to see if they can get that, if there's no more pressure. But at this moment, I mean, it's like they're playing now like they had just started. Like, this is their map presence they should have had 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, it's just, they went Hub so early there, and it's just such a dangerous place. Now they got backup online. I think we'll see them start getting a better, stable footing now that they got this more safe RT online. We just now have Kara finishing, so perhaps if these Marines can just kind of hold out and get a little bit more money. Ooh, Micro, you're being caught off guard. Is he? I don't even know where that thing is, but they're all split up.
Right, this is bad positioning.
Micro coming in, getting the flank on the aliens. If he can manage to land all the shots, he could probably clean this up solo. He's got to do it, but he doesn't.
Losing another huge engagement.
Good thing is, they can easily save backup. That's probably the best one. Ooh, and Jupor taking a massive mine. They can definitely save that RT if they just send somebody over there. Gotta make that little run, though. Oh, but he might get intercepted by Kez. Vampire looking like he's trying to make the save on this. Jupiter doesn't have any HP. Kez left in with the most HP. Fighting in a room where you don't want to fight. There is no way out of there. You have to get through the door. There you go. Jupiter finding Vampire. Almost managing to get the kill. The meds are missing, but he gets ahead with some good shooting.
Yeah, I just don't even know how you get your way back out of where you're at. I mean, they're so far behind now. Like, phase tech's going up, but that phase, you're not going to be able to afford phase gates.
And on top of that, it's like, where are you really going to put it? I would really recommend going in for more upgrades. Oh no, in this fight in Hub, if the Marines don't win it, it's going to be another major setback. Vampire, get your shooting up, get the meds down, go to the pistol. No.
Yeah, I don't think they've actually won a single engagement in group engagements this whole round so far.
If you just look at those KDs, it's just not looking like it's in their favor right now. Micro 04, Flamingo 45, not too bad. Vampire 35260015. You know, it's just not looking too good. They just have to try to make some forward momentum and get out of here. 3 RTs up for the aliens. The total amount of res is actually equal on both sides. Something you don't want. Looks like they're finally going to be able to snag an RT. Oh no, and Micro and Vampire caught with a lurk and 2 skulks. Being cleaned up again in engine.
Yeah, with lurk up, it's going to make these engagements just that much harder. You're not going to be able to push out, get map presence, because you're going to get chipped the whole way there.
They also don't have any, I don't even know if there's an arms lab over there. In this cluster of stuff, I don't see any arms lab.
No, because they went phase tech, and they've already lost 3 extractors. I mean, they can't afford it. I mean, they can barely afford to get phase gates. And they're going to lose another extractor here.
Yeah, this game is just slowly backsliding into the aliens' favor. If the Marines don't make like a powerful play here to try to get something done, I don't know. It could be an alien win. But it looks like they might slip into cargo hype. A 3-man group, no shotguns, but they are getting in here. It's just Skulks back to side being cut off guard in the back. Flamingo and Sideburns left to fend for themselves. Lurk and Skulk, no, Lurk and Gorge, and a Skulk coming in. Oh, and there goes another lost engagement when you need to win these.
If they just take it a little bit slower and not been separated there, they might have been able to do a little bit more damage there. But because they got separated, Virsoul got picked off, and then the other two were just left by themselves. So they took all that time to move up there, did no damage on the whole way moving there, and then just get cleaned up.
Yeah, it's just setback after setback for this Marine team. Oh no, and Vampire and Bilge, the bottom part of the ship. Here he comes. It's going to be a serious one-on-one fight. Can Vampire get out? Can he get the shots off? It doesn't look like it.
And Bilge is like an awful room to be as a can't really get in with my camera very well. But that's an awful room to be in as a Marine. Looking at it earlier, it's just so tight. You don't want to be fighting in there.
Yes. The dark bowels of the ship is a place where no man belongs. The only thing that goes down there is that little safety crate that sits at the bottom of the steps, lonely and isolated from the world. But tell me about this fight in Hub, Virsoul.
This fight in Hub is another, just showing off for that Lurk. It just can take full advantage of flying around. The Marines don't really know where to focus. They want to get the Lurk to try and get some sort of advantage. But because the Lurk's flying around so well, the Skulks just chew up. And, another engagement won. I don't think I've seen a single engagement won by the Marines on this map yet.
Finally, a shotgun, which might inspire some fear. I mean, it is weapon 0, armor 0, but it might let them get a push going somewhere. We have 2 shotguns on the field.
Yeah, if you look back to the scores, the best score we have right now is Flamingo 5 and 8. And that's the best score on the Marine team.
Just a big backslide from the gameplay that we honestly saw last game. Was a little bit more organized than I thought,
That's really it. It's more the organization and the positioning, not so much them not being able to shoot.
Like, each fight is just being taken in probably your worst combat zones to make them. Now we have 2 in main. That'll be cleaned up. They'll be chased out. There's too many spawners here. You wouldn't want to touch that
Station under attack.
Yeah, but they don't even really need to. They're content keeping the Marines pinned to 2 extractors. Second hive is
I'm
finished.
kind of surprised that these 2 Skulks, they're kind of getting set up to look like they're going to hit engine, when they could just power down this RT, but I suppose it doesn't matter because these aliens are just soaring ahead in terms of resources and abilities.
3 Marines in loading, caught out of position again. Flamingo by himself.
Flamingo! Where you going? Oh, these 2 Marines are in really bad positioning. The bone wall not making things any better for them.
And just there again.
Surrounding them.
Just out of position. I mean, no reason to be off by yourself like that.
And Vampire caught on his own over there in Generator. Another bad engagement. Oh no. Flamingo, look out behind you. There's a Lurk. He's on your 6.
Yeah, I just don't see a way out of this for Vex. I think they're staying in now because they know it's the last round if they lose, but I don't see a way out. Like, I don't know what your play is from here. They're going to have... Fades are starting now. They're going to have Blink. They're going to have, the upgrades behind that. Leap started. So, you are on 0-0 shotguns with 2 extractors. And the aliens have the rest of the map.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good here. This Fade and Bilge is just waiting to tear these 3 Marines and tech up. It's 2 swipes to kill these guys. If they get stuck caught building on here, on this little thing right here, he could get in, maybe get a kill. I mean, there is a bone wall. Oh no. Here it comes. He's looking to do some killing. He's got his gloves on. He's going for the swipes. The enzyme gets popped. He's slashing. He's tearing. The GG gets thrown because when them things are up and you don't have armor, it's bad. He also had a second Fade attacking the Marine start. And I think this calls the conclusion to the North American Group E Finals. KKG
You can do better than that.
You know what? I don't own a freaking house. I know you came in here. I thought that was like Locklear, like, someone's sticking at the door. I don't know who whispered. But guys, of the stream, we have the big guy, the guy who yells Onos at the top of his lungs and blows out speakers. It's Wasabi 1.